Hi, welcome to my channel, Adulting Eden. This is basically going to be my vlog about becoming debt-free. It is June 2018, or the end of June 2018, and I've just finished my first month, but I'm going to do a separate video for the review of the first month. So basically, I decided to become debt-free because I'm upside down in my house, and I was looking up ways to either foreclosure, short sale, get out of debt, that kind of thing, and strangely, Dave Ramsey popped up. I think I'm so a little surprised by that. I don't think he talks about short sales. I don't know, maybe he does. And before that, most people I talked to were like, oh, well, you just have to walk away and, you know, you worry about your credit, but it will eventually come back and it'll be okay. But then when I Googled, or when I started binge watching Dave on YouTube, I kind of realized that there was a way for me to sort of dig myself out of the house. And I guess the other thing was, as he was talking about finances, I realized I was one of those people who was being normal. I have credit card debt, I have a loan, and I have a car. I love my car, so I'm not exactly mad about the car, but I'm paying way too much in consumer debt. And it doesn't have to be that way. So what I did was, or what's going to happen is, my plan is to basically pay off my consumer debt as soon as possible, except my car. And then focus on saving for the new house, and then saving for the new house and paying down my current mortgage as much as possible so that I can either do a short sale or hopefully at some point break even. So let me just start by saying that this is not a pure Dave channel. You probably just guessed that by my previous words. So let me back up a second. So Dave Ramsey, if you don't know him, you should probably stop and go look him up. Because if you're not on a debt-free journey, or you have any kind of issues paying your bills or keeping track of your money, he's probably a good way to start. Some people call him Uncle Dave. So Dave Ramsey has 7 baby steps. The first baby step is to save $1,000 of your emergency fund. For some people who don't have any money in the bank or never had an emergency fund, it's a good way to start learning how to budget, and it's a win. It's a good win, and it's a win that will hold you for the rest of the baby steps. Step 2 is to pay off your debt. So you do zero-based budgeting, which will be another video, and then after you budget all your necessities, any funds that you need to save for insurance or anything else, then you throw all the rest of your money at your debts. Using the snowball method, and I'm not going to get into this video. There's plenty of videos if you really want to know. And then the third one is to, I'm not even sure what the third one is. We're going to pause this. So yeah, the third baby step is to save 3 to 6 months of an emergency fund. And also you're supposed to do these steps in order, which means you shouldn't be trying to save your 3 to 6 months emergency fund and then go back to pay your debts and then do something else that comes later. So I have a couple of issues, is that, one, I know that for the next couple of months, so it's June, July, and August, I have 2 trips and some other things going on, and I'm not really going to give them up. Again, Dave purists, if you are watching this, I know you're going to get at me in the comments, and again, I'm not here for that. His feeling is that if you are really trying to be about that get out of debt life, and you're trying to, you know, be focused, then you shouldn't be going to restaurants, you shouldn't be going away on vacations, you shouldn't be doing anything. It should be rice and beans, beans and rice, and scorched earth, and just throw all the debt and get out of debt as soon as possible. You don't want to just wander and take forever, and then, because you never know what will happen, you could lose your job, you could have an accident, and then you have the debt and you don't have any money saved to take care of whatever happened. So for me, the first thing is for baby step number one, I already know that I'm going to have more than $1,000 saved in my emergency fund. I use some of that to pay down my first credit card, or pay off my first credit card. But I'm single, my family doesn't live near me, and I know that I don't feel comfortable with just having $1,000. So that's one change. The second change is I am going to do the debt snowball, and I am doing it from smallest debt to biggest debt. The only issue is that when I get to my car, which I'm already paying early on anyway, and I'll continue to do, that's not going to be my focus. I'm not going to throw my rest of my snowball at the car because I've already knocked off a year or more off of the initial loan before I started doing the Dave Ramsey plan. So my goal at that point is to throw all my debt snowball between the house, the current house and paying it off, and the new house and trying to get and saving for a down payment on that. And that's really my goal. If I look at, I use a program called Undebt, and it basically will take your bills and do this and calculate the snowball for you. You can put in how much, if I throw in extra money at it, how much sooner or how much longer will it take to pay off the debt. So I threw it in there, and I think my ETA right now is June 2020 for everything. That includes my car. I know that I'm not gonna do that. So for me to pay off all my consumer debt, I think it estimated April 20, no. I think it was December 2019. I don't know. I'll get you some real numbers. I'm going to pause this. Okay, so right now I have about $28,000 to pay off. My schedule, according to Debt Free, is to be done by June 2020 with everything. By February of 2020, I'll be done with my consumer debt. Because in Undebt, I put in very sort of, instead of gazelle intensity, which Dave calls throwing all your money at the debt, instead of gazelle intensity, I'll probably sloth intensity for the summertime. So I'm throwing an extra, I don't know, $600 at my debts for June, July, and August. And then in September, when things slow down, and I won't be taking any more trips, my gazelle intensity will start then. Then I'll be able to throw a lot more money at it. The other thing you should know is that if you go on YouTube and you watch people talk about their debt-free journey, a lot of them will talk about this is my income and these are my expenses, and you can see them listed and how they move their money around. And I don't think that's going to be me. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be me. For my own privacy reasons, I probably will not discuss how much money I make, and that might frustrate people. But my goal here is more to document my journey and to talk about the habits and things that I want to change. Because I feel like my issue isn't necessarily that I go into a huge amount of debt. It is, I guess, but how did I get there? Meaning, I want to stop the habit. I want to stop this from happening again. I don't want to be in this place in 5 or 10 years again. And the only way to do that is to really work to change my behaviors. And I do think that's possible, and Dave proves that that's possible. And there's a ton of people who've done this, which much more debt and much less income than I have. So that's pretty much my goal. Again, if you're a Dave purist, I already know this channel may not be for you. If you want to get at me in the comments, you could do that. Not here for that. It's a peaceful place. Peaceful. So I guess that's about it. Hopefully, if you watch this whole video, thank you for watching. Hopefully you'll subscribe and watch me go on the journey. Thank you.